Imagine Paris. Picture busy streets, cute little bistros everywhere. Bistros are more than just restaurants, they're a way of life. They started as small, simple places to eat. They served easy, filling food, packed with flavor. Bistro cooking is all about fresh ingredients. It's about letting those ingredients really shine. These recipes are great for cooking at home. They're easy to follow and use simple steps. Let's explore French bistro cooking together. French bistro cooking is all about keeping it simple. It's about using a few main ingredients to make dishes that are super tasty. We'll look at 3 classic bistro recipes: the croque monsieur, ratatouille, and beef bourguignon. These dishes are easy to make at home. They'll make you feel like you're in a Parisian bistro. Get ready to wow your friends and family. The croque monsieur is a real Parisian star. This grilled ham and cheese sandwich is a bistro favorite. It's perfect for a quick lunch or a nice dinner. The croque monsieur is made with simple things: bread, ham, cheese, and a creamy white sauce called bechamel. It's pure comfort food. Every bite is creamy, cheesy, and so yummy. Let's learn how to make this classic at home. Making a croque monsieur is easier than you think. This classic French sandwich is a delightful combination of ham, cheese, and a creamy bechamel sauce, all grilled to perfection. Let's dive into the steps to create this delicious dish. Start with 2 slices of good bread. Ideally, you want to use a sturdy rustic bread that can hold up to the fillings and grilling process. A sourdough or a country loaf works perfectly. Spread 1 slice with Dijon mustard. The mustard adds a tangy kick that complements the richness of the ham and cheese. Be generous but not overwhelming. Put ham and Gruyere cheese on top. Gruyere is the traditional cheese used in a croque monsieur, known for its nutty flavor and excellent melting properties. Layer the ham and cheese evenly to ensure every bite is flavorful. Now, make the bechamel sauce. This creamy sauce is what sets the croque monsieur apart from a regular ham and cheese sandwich. It's rich, smooth, and adds a luxurious texture. Melt butter in a pan. Use medium heat to avoid burning the butter. Once melted, it should be slightly bubbling, but not browned. Whisk in flour, then slowly add milk. This is the base of your bechamel sauce. The flour and butter mixture, known as a roux, will thicken the milk as it cooks. Add the milk gradually while whisking continuously to avoid lumps. Cook until it gets thick. The sauce should be smooth and coat the back of a spoon. This usually takes about 5-7 minutes. Keep stirring to prevent it from sticking to the pan. Add salt, pepper, and nutmeg. These seasonings enhance the flavor of the bechamel sauce. Nutmeg adds a subtle warmth that pairs beautifully with the cheese and ham. Spread the sauce over the cheese. This extra layer of bechamel makes the sandwich incredibly creamy and delicious. Make sure to cover the cheese evenly. Put the other slice of bread on top. Press down gently to help the sandwich hold together. Butter the outside of the sandwich. This step is crucial for achieving that golden, crispy exterior. Use softened butter and spread it evenly on both sides. Grill it over medium heat until it's golden brown and the cheese is melted. This usually takes about 3-4 minutes per side. Keep an eye on it to prevent burning. The goal is a crispy golden crust with a gooey melted interior. Serve it right away. Enjoy your taste of Paris. The croque monsieur is best enjoyed fresh off the grill, while the cheese is still melty and the bread is crisp. Bon appétit! Ratatouille is a celebration of summer veggies. This dish from Provence is full of color and flavor. It's beautiful to look at and even better to eat. Ratatouille has eggplant, zucchini, bell peppers, and tomatoes. The vegetables cook slowly, which makes them even sweeter. Herbs like thyme, rosemary, and basil add lots of flavor. Ratatouille can be a side dish or a main meal. It's a dish everyone will love. Making ratatouille is easier than it looks. This classic French dish is not only delicious, but also a feast for the eyes. Let's dive into the steps to create your own ratatouille masterpiece. Start by gathering all your fresh vegetables. You'll need eggplants, zucchinis, bell peppers, tomatoes, and onions. Chop all the vegetables into bite-sized pieces. The key here is uniformity, so they cook evenly. Next, heat some olive oil in a large pan over medium heat. Add finely chopped onions and garlic. Cook them until they become translucent and release their wonderful aroma. This forms the flavorful base of your ratatouille. Now, it's time to add the rest of the vegetables. Toss in the eggplants, zucchinis, bell peppers, and tomatoes. Sprinkle in your favorite herbs and spices. Common choices include thyme, rosemary, and a bay leaf. Season with salt and pepper to taste. Cook the mixture over low heat. Stir occasionally to ensure even cooking. The vegetables should become soft and melt together, creating a rich and hearty texture. This process usually takes about 20 to 30 minutes. For a more refined presentation, you can cook the vegetables separately. This method allows each vegetable to retain its distinct flavor and texture. It takes a bit more time, but is well worth the effort for a special occasion. Once the vegetables are cooked, layer them in a baking dish. Arrange them in a visually appealing pattern, alternating colors and types. This step transforms your ratatouille into a work of art. Drizzle the layered vegetables with a bit more olive oil. Add a final touch of salt and pepper. This enhances the flavors and helps the vegetables caramelize in the oven. Preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Bake the ratatouille for about 30 to 40 minutes or until the vegetables are slightly browned and tender. The aroma will fill your kitchen, making it hard to wait. Finally, serve your ratatouille either hot or cold. It pairs wonderfully with crusty bread or as a side dish to your favorite protein. Enjoy the fruits of your labor and savor every bite of this delightful dish. Beef bourguignon is a classic French stew. It's rich, filling and warm. This dish is perfect for a cold night. Beef bourguignon is made with tender pieces of beef cooked in red wine. Bacon, onions, carrots and mushrooms add even more flavor. The stew cooks slowly, letting all the flavors mix together. The result is amazing. Let's explore beef bourguignon. Making beef bourguignon takes time, but it's worth it. This classic French dish is a labor of love, combining rich flavors and tender textures that make every bite a delight. The process may seem daunting at first, but with a bit of patience and attention to detail, you'll be rewarded with a meal that's truly unforgettable. Start by browning the beef in batches. This step is crucial as it locks in the juices and adds a deep savory flavor to the dish. Make sure not to overcrowd the pan, as this will cause the beef to steam rather than brown. Once each batch is beautifully browned, set it aside on a plate. In the same pot, cook the bacon until it's crispy. The rendered fat from the bacon will add an extra layer of flavor to the dish. Next, add the onions, carrots, and mushrooms. Sauté these vegetables until they are soft and golden, absorbing all the delicious flavors from the bacon fat. Now, it's time to put the browned beef back into the pot. Nestle the pieces of beef among the vegetables, ensuring that everything is well mixed. This step is where the magic begins, as the flavors start to melt together. Pour in a generous amount of red wine and beef broth. The wine adds a rich, robust flavor, while the broth provides a savory base for the stew. Make sure to scrape the bottom of the pot to release any browned bits, as these will add even more depth to the dish. Add a few sprigs of thyme and a bay leaf to the pot. These herbs will infuse the stew with their aromatic flavors, enhancing the overall taste of the dish. Stir everything together, making sure the herbs are well distributed. Let the mixture come to a simmer on the stovetop. Once it's gently bubbling, cover the pot with the lid and transfer it to a preheated oven. This slow cooking process allows the flavors to develop and the beef to become incredibly tender. Cook the stew in the oven for 2 to 3 hours. During this time, the beef will become melt in your mouth tender and the flavors will meld together beautifully. Check the stew occasionally to ensure it's cooking evenly and not drying out. Once the beef is tender, it's time to thicken the sauce. Mix a little cornstarch with water to create a slurry, then stir it into the stew. This will give the sauce a lovely velvety texture that coats the beef and vegetables perfectly. Serve the beef bourguignon over a bed of creamy mashed potatoes or buttery noodles. Both options are excellent choices that complement the rich flavors of the stew. The potatoes or noodles will soak up the delicious sauce, making each bite a perfect harmony of flavors. For a final touch, sprinkle some fresh parsley on top. The bright, fresh flavor of the parsley adds a lovely contrast to the rich, hearty stew. It also adds a pop of color, making the dish look as good as it tastes. Now sit back and enjoy this delicious French classic. Each bite is a testament to the time and care you've put into making this dish. Bon appétit! Learning French bistro recipes is a cooking adventure. It's about keeping things simple and using fresh, good ingredients. These recipes are great for cooks of all levels. Don't be afraid to try new things. Use different ingredients. Add your own style. The most important thing is to have fun. Enjoy making yummy and memorable meals. Bon appétit!